Hi there, everybody, and welcome to Roll with Advantage. Welcome to another episode of Roll Call. Very excited to be here. Hello, Furby. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That is what we love to hear. And feel free to stick around as long as you can, Furby. We always love to have you here. So welcome back to Roll Call. This is the show where we spotlight players and their craft of character creation. Tonight is a little different because instead of focusing on just characters, we're going to celebrate the journey of a player and DM who's been around the world of Illica since absolutely darn near its inception, brother. They've shaped it not only as a player character, but as a DM as well. Our guest here has etched their influence deep in the heart of Illica, from the flame-scarred lands of Machiva to the sands of Cartasia. And hopefully, very soon, they'll be unfolding the saga of the lands of Tharal. Their creativity promises to steer us in new and uncharted territories. In this episode, the Mark Magnitude Scale, we're going to dive into the intricate dance between player and DM, the creation and the play, and the narratives that we unfold. We're going to unravel all the threads of advice embodying compelling characters and the mastery behind orchestrating a world that breathes with the pulse of countless stories. With that, hi Mark, how's it going? I already asked that, but I'm happy to have you here.
Oh, let me answer again. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
See, this is what happens when you compliment people.
Yeah.
And Mark, I have to say, I love the outfit.
Well, gee, thanks. It's a black shirt.
Yep.
But I got this fucking Last of Us pendant.
Nice.
Got some rings going on.
Heck
but
yeah.
It is just a black shirt. It's amazing what you can do with just a black shirt if you accessorize, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I also am wearing a black shirt with a ring, and I don't have a necklace, but my headphones here kind of make it look like I am. So we are matching, and I did not notice that until right when I asked you how your outfit was.
No one can tell us apart, actually.
That's true. I'm having a hard time myself.
Change.
It's too late. I'm not getting up from this chair. I'm glued to it. Because I am ready to play some freaking kingdoms and castles while we talk about your characters, the things you've done in the world of Illica, and well, brother, just how to be better at those things, because I think that you are very good at both of those things. But let's go ahead and dive into the game first. Let's go ahead and get it set up and moving. If you haven't tuned in before, Kingdoms and Castles is a game that is created by me. It is a tactical strategic card game that, instead of pulling lore from other places, it pulls from the world of Illica. So the hero cards are player characters. The locations are places I've created. The monsters are enemies that the players have fought before. It's a lot of fun, and really enjoy it. Imagine Magic the Gathering meets Gwent meets Hearthstone meets Elder Scrolls Online. No, that's an MMO. Elder Scrolls Legends. There we go.
Yeah, that one.
Imagine an MMO. Okay, so first things first, we got to get a die roll here to see who's going to be going first. Coming in strong with a 12.
12, nice. Right click, roll.
Ooh, that was so close to a 20.
Yeah.
All right.
Alas, natural 4.
So I'm going to go ahead and choose to go first, and I'll let you go second, but draw first. Okay.
All right.
All right. Go give my deck another shuffle here. And we will hope that things are better this time around. A little risky, but I think we can swing it. Now, Mark and I did a test game a couple days ago, and Mark thoroughly whooped my butt. So
I wouldn't count on it happening again.
I've learned from my mistakes. Your moveset's been downloaded, Mark. I'm ready.
I only have one resource generator.
Ooh, that's risky.
And that scares me.
That's risky business.
I like everything else, though.
Ooh. Do you have a way to generate resources aside from the resource generator?
Not that I see.
Ooh.
which is rough. And my
That's tough, yeah.
Yeah, my champion, his ability takes resources. It doesn't give me more, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna mulligan.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, we're just gonna.
Oh yeah. Nah, yeah, that was a good idea.
I don't know how to make that a stack.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna flip it, and then if we just drop it on top of the deck like that, it auto does it.
Oh, so you don't discard, you just.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You just
shuffle
toss
again.
Toss it.
I draw 5 more.
Oh my goodness! Thank you, Furby. Oh, I missed the 100 bits and the gifted sub. Thank you so much, Furby. Oh my god. Oh, to pop a Nalf too? Oh my goodness.
Hell yeah, dude.
Ooh.
All right, I like this a lot better. So I'm sticking with that.
All righty. Heck yeah. Okay. All right. So I will go ahead and go first as we dive in here. I'm going to go ahead and play a corrupted chapel. So I can either generate 1 chaos at the start of my turn or sacrifice. Generate 1 chaos at the start of your turn. When I sacrifice a unit, I draw a card, and whenever I sacrifice a unit using Corrupted Chapel, I gain 2 chaos. Go ahead, my good man. Oh, I gain 1 resource. Oops.
All right, cool. Remind me if I draw an extra card on my first turn.
Yep. On your first turn, you do. So if you go second, you draw a card.
Sweet. All right. Grove of the Green Lady.
The Grove of the Green Lady, is it?
Popping that down there.
Pop it, lock it,
now
drop it.
Generate 2 faith or 2 life per turn. I generate 2 from playing it, yeah?
Just 1, whenever you play a
just
resource
1
generator.
From playing it, and then 2 from the... Yep. All right, cool. And then is there anything stopping me from playing more? Is that a 1 per turn thing?
Yeah, you can only play 1 resource generator per turn.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're done then.
Okay, all right. Slower start to this game. I'm going to go ahead and draw. Okay, game 1.
You're not dead yet.
It's going better than last game.
Yeah.
I'm going to play another resource generator. And then I'm going to play, spend 2, and I'm going to play a Chaos Harvester. He's got some summoning sickness. He's a little tired guy, so he's not doing any attacking right now. But for each point of damage this unit deals, generate 1 chaos. And then I'll pass the turn.
All right, cool. Draw. Chapel of Virtue.
Nice.
So I get 1 from playing that. I also get 2 from my Grove. And then...
Very good, very good.
Let's
Big
see
plays.
Here. Let's see here. Let me do some reading. All right, I've done some reading. I spend 2, and I play
Ooh.
that fucker.
Blossoming Barrier.
So that is a defense, so it doesn't
Pretty.
attack back. It's got 3 HP, but it says when it's destroyed, I gain 3 faith.
Ooh.
So we're starting off strong with the faith game.
Yeah,
yet
there you
again.
go. There you go. There
Like
you
the
go.
pious people we are.
Okay, all right. Sounds good to me.
And that'll be that.
All right, I'm going to generate 2 chaos at the start of my turn. I'm going to draw a card. Okay. I'm going to spend 2, and I'm going to play Void Barrier. It's a defense. 4, and when this defense is destroyed, gain 3 chaos.
Same thing, but a little better.
It's the same thing, but a little better, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, cool. Very good, very good. And then I will attack it for 1. Bah!
All right. So that's a 0-3, right? So I should.
Yep, it should be at 2.
Boop. 2.
Okay. All right, easy
Marked with a die.
peasy. Go ahead. Wait a minute. Oh, I grabbed the wrong guy. My bad. They're
Take
purple and they're
backsies.
both shadowy figures.
All right. Gain 3 resources right at the top.
Yes, sir.
I can only have one grove, right? Because it's a legendary.
Yep, you got it. Look at that.
So we're destroying that.
Shit. The
Gain
power
2 for
play.
destroying it.
The power play.
Play another one. Boom.
Oh my goodness.
Sick.
That's crazy.
And I've got quite the move here, but I don't know that I want to do it yet.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Okay. Now, just remember, you gotta destroy before you can attack my hit points. The defense has got to be destroyed, and there's no carryover, unless the card says otherwise. So breakthrough is.
Right.
Are you going for it?
All right. All right.
Go.
All right. We're gonna be patient. I'm gonna spend 3.
Oh.
I'm gonna play my sentinel.
Ooh.
He can attack over defenses, but he has summoning
Shit.
sickness, so that won't
Okay.
happen now.
Okay, cool,
But
cool.
there he is. And then, before I end my turn, Wyatt Omen has a passive ability to heal 1 unit for 1 HP at the end of the turn. But that's not a defense. That's the unit in defense. Is separate.
Yeah,
It's,
you are exactly correct there.
All right. So now you know what he does, though.
All right.
That'll be cool later.
Just in case I didn't know what he did.
Yeah, just in case.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Just in case. All right, I'll pass.
All right, Mark, as we get to my turn here, I think it's a good time to dive into question number 1. So, one of the things that I love most about Illica isn't that it's my world, right? I think that's a very easy thing for every DM to do. Is like, oh, it's maybe
It's gotta be a top 5 reason, you know.
I love it. Yeah, no, of course. But one of the things I love most about Illica is how collaborative it's been in its creation from, the very beginning, asking players to flesh out whole towns, whole villages, NPCs, and in some scenarios, even whole mini campaigns like you've done in the past. You've built so much of the world of Illica that it can't be understated or hidden anyway. So when you're embarking on a collaborative artistic endeavor like this, what insight can you sort of share for the best ways to go about that and how to have some real success in that?
Yeah, so I'll touch on art in general in a second.
And I'm just gonna
For those,
go with my turn. If I do anything crazy, I'll let you know, but I'm just gonna draw and stuff.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, just generate that chaos and whatever. Yeah, for those that don't know, I'm a world famous artist that's loved by millions. And so I can speak with great authority on this. But no, I think D&D is just an inherently collaborative effort. I think anybody that's not going into it with that mindset is going to be creating a negative atmosphere at the table. And I think I've always thought of D&D as a writer's room. I think that's the thing it compares best in the art world too. And the DM is the head writer, but they are ultimately one writer. I think when the game's going best, that's the vibe. For example, Vince Gilligan created Breaking Bad in the same way that you created Illica. But there are probably countless things that would have never happened if it weren't for the other people in the room, right? When he was making that show. Like, it's not like he penned all 62 episodes of it. And then all 63 of Better Call Saul. Like, there was a collaborative thing, and he didn't have every answer when he sat down to begin with. He really had very little. If you listen to interviews with him, is he really, they would just write themselves into corners and then figure out how to get out again and again. And I think D&D ends up like that too a lot of the time, is that your players give you stuff, you respond to it, and eventually you end up in a corner that you didn't expect to get into, and you have to get real creative to get out of it. But then it all moves forward. And so I think the main pieces of advice would, I think ownership is something that can get in the way of collaboration a lot of the time, like just feeling like, like if you're a player character and you've written a backstory for your character that's basically done already. Like if there's no open questions in it, that's going to lead to, off the bat, it's going to lead to like a less collaborative tone for that story.
Because that's an very important thing to keep in mind, and I think you said this already, is that even aside from DMing and world building, being a player at the table, you're still a collaborative artist. Like you still are sharing in the creation of the world and of the characters, even if you're not on that side of the DM screen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody is. And that's what's so fun about the game, is that it's all of our story. But yeah, I think sharing for one, and then the second biggest thing I think really matters with collaborative art is having key ideas and through lines that you're all aiming for. Everybody's able to bring their own ideas because we don't have all the answers and stuff's not set in stone, but there's key things. To use Breaking Bad again, the pitch of the show is that we are going to turn Mr. Chips into Scarface. That was the thing he said from beginning to end about Walter White, Mr. Chips into Scarface. And no matter what whack-ass shenanigans was going on in the show that week, that was the guiding principle all along, right? In the Salamander Coast campaign, it's, no matter what is going on, we are whittling the 13 Forsaken down so that we can eventually defeat the Dark One. But what's happening week to week is a much more fluid thing. And I think that's probably the best way to go about it, I think, is having guiding principles, but not being married to anything. I think if you're creating collaborative art of any kind, D&D or not, I think having somebody who's in the sort of head writer's role is very helpful to keep that guiding principle alive. But I do think you can get away without it, as long as, I think just allowing, don't plant the seed somewhere where other people can't contribute. Let everybody have a piece in that.
I think that is a fantastic nugget to take away from it. Like, honestly, that is such a good point to take away from it all. Okay, all right, fantastic. Thank you very much for your outstanding answer. I'll go ahead and give that one A+. Good job. You passed the test.
Jeez. Okay.
You will be quizzed on what you said later.
Has your turn ended?
No, it hasn't.
Oh.
I played a defense. I generated my resources. I played a resource generator, and now in my attack phase, I will attack your blossoming barrier for 1.
All right.
Gain 1. All right. There you go. Now it is your turn, my friend.
I draw. I generate 3. Well, that was 4, 3. And then I've got this shit called Sanctuary of the Dawn. So that, upon playing it, we get 1 more, and then it's a 2 faith 1 instead of 1. And you can sacrifice it to gain 2. Yeah, mostly it's 2 faith a turn. That's the other sentence that come up. Cool. I've got 9 faith.
Okay.
I spend 6.
Oh no.
I play
shit.
Cecily. Yes.
Oh
all
shit.
Right. Now, so for those who don't know the Salamander Coast campaign, Cecily is the most powerful character to ever exist.
I take no other questions.
No further comments at this time. So her hero ability here is once until the start of your next turn, you can target an enemy unit and the unit takes 3 damage. And units adjacent to it take 1. So
she does have summoning sickness, so she can't use active abilities.
So yeah, we're just gonna
That's
Have to do
spicy.
that next turn.
That's real
But
spicy.
I got a defense, and I got another guy here, so hopefully her main thing is that she does a lot of damage, and she has 1 HP. So
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna hold back and hopefully not get her killed.
Okay. All right. Yeah. With the
Yeah.
defense there. That's a good one. It's a good call.
Yeah, I wanted to get the Sentinel out there first too. Speaking of, he's not sick anymore,
He is not. No.
and he's a 1/4. And he has long shot. Unit can attack from range directly to a hero or champion over defenses.
Over defenses. Yeah.
So I'm attacking your Chaos Harvester.
Ooh. Well, directly to a champion, so it just attacks me.
Oh, okay. That's fine too. I'm attacking you.
1 point of damage to me. Sucks, dude.
Yeah, okay. To a hero or champion, not a unit. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Well, yeah. I'm not upset that I hurt you.
Oh.
That's still a good thing to do.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Starting my turn. I will generate a 3, going up to 7. I will draw. We got hello, Taco Man. Oh, you gorgeous, amazing, beautiful beings. Stop it. Gonna make me blush.
Oh, yeah, stop.
Welcome. Doing pretty good. I'm talking to Mark. I'm getting his opinion about D&D advice here while we play a custom-made card game, Kingdoms and Castles. However, I don't have a very good feeling about this because the heart of the cards does not believe in me. Okay. How do we want to do this? How? How? I don't know. Oh no. Okay, that's not it. Let's do this. Let's spend 2 and play Void Barrier. We're gonna get another defense maxed out on the protection right now. And then I'm going to swing at the Blossoming Barrier for 1.
All right, it's gone.
Generate.
When the Blossoming Barrier dies, I generate 3 faith.
Okay, good. And then I'm about to do something that's gonna blow your mind. Okay.
Oh.
So here's the thing. This guy's gonna die next turn anyway because Cecily's gonna blast him. So instead, I'm going to use the Corrupted Chapel's ability to sacrifice him to gain 2 chaos. And then since I sacrificed a creature, I get to draw a card.
Nice.
Because, hey, buddy, it ain't good. Now we're cooking. Okay. I'm going to spend 2. I'm going to play Whispers of the Abyss. Search my library for any card, place it into my hand, and then shuffle my library. Buddy boy, I know what I'm looking for here.
I bet you're going to get yourself a hero.
You think so?
If I had to hazard a guess.
If you had the hand a girl. Okay, buddy, let's go ahead and fucking do this. That's it. Go ahead.
Everybody rate Joe's character bit there, 1 to 10. All right, draw a card.
What are you talking about?
I now generate 5.
If you don't say 10 out of 10, you're banned.
We're both moderators. We'll get you. All right, yeah, I generate 5 now.
Yeah, you're cooking. Cooking with gas over there.
And I will play another one. Gain 1 more. And then I will spend 7. I'm playing a Seraph of Altaria. Boom. Well, I don't know why I said it like that. Seraph of Altaria.
Seraph of Altaria.
Yeah, that's a 3/5, and it's a flying unit.
Cannot go over defenses, but it can go over units.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it says Holy Link heals champion for the amount of damage dealt by the unit. That's some big shit.
That's some big doo-doo right there.
These 2 are gonna attack your defenses.
Okay. So are you sending them both at 1?
What are those?
They're 4.
They're 0/4s, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
I will.
All right,
Because that's a
cool.
1 and a 3. So
All right. When this defense is destroyed, gain 3 chaos. I'm going to go up to 9.
nice.
Okay.
All right. I don't have a defense anymore, so I'm a little scared.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a little spooky. I have a glass cannon sorcerer and a bow guy.
And an angel.
Yeah, but it's only 1. Yeah.
Okay. All right, my turn.
All right, that's it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3 at the start. I'm going to draw a card. Okay, interesting, interesting. Okay, what does this say?
Struggling?
Yeah, I have an idea, but I don't think it's a good one. Okay, can I wait a minute. Can this, is this possible?
You made the rules, man. I don't know.
Damn, I'm going at 1,000,000 miles an hour right now, just trying to fucking think of what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna spend 2, and I'm gonna play an Abyssal Acolyte.
Okay.
I am going to sacrifice him immediately using the Corrupted Chapel
Wow.
to gain 2 chaos. But when this unit dies, I gain 2 chaos, so I gain 4.
Okay.
And I draw a card. Brother, no way. I'm going to spend 2. I'm going to play an Abyssal Acolyte. I'm going to sacrifice him to the Corrupted Chapel to gain 4.
Fucking come on.
I'm going to draw. Dude, it's working. Okay, and then I'm going to play a resource generator because I haven't done that yet.
All right.
Okay. Now, Mark, this is where things get either really good for me or really bad. Okay, are you ready?
All right. Go for it.
I'm risking it for the biscuit right now, okay? Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to sacrifice. No, wait. I can't. Wait. Yes, I can. Wait. Shut up. Don't say anything. I need to focus. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Shit. I thought that I had it figured out. I thought I had the math figured out. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. I am going to... It's right, because it says unit or defense, right? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to sacrifice both of these defenses to the Corrupted Chapel.
Okay.
When they die, they gain 3. When I sacrifice, I gain 2, so I'm going to gain 10 from sacrificing these 2. Going up to 27.
All right.
And then I'm going to spend 5 to play Call from the Shadows. I'm going to summon 3 2/2 Void Spawn Atrocity tokens onto the battlefield. Okay, so I'm not going to summon them. There are 3 of them, though, because immediately then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 20, going down to 2, and I'm going to play the Breaking of the Seals. I need to sacrifice 3 units and 3 resource generators, going down to 1, and then I can summon 3 Forsaken onto the battlefield from outside of the game.
Holy shit.
I have this card physically. It's a Christmas present. Do you have anything you'd like to do in response?
I I don't know that I have anything.
All right.
Yep, just reading. Just reading.
Kayla,
Yeah.
you're not a part of this. Stop.
No, yeah, I mean, there's... If I had any way of counterspelling, obviously this would be the time to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alas, Cecily just kills. So, yeah, I can't do anything.
Okay.
I don't have anything. The only card in my hand is a resource generator. So, like...
Okay. So I'm going to summon the 3 Forsaken. I'm going to pull out everyone, Ahriman, and Mezin Kelnos. When everyone enters the battlefield, I'm going to have him enter as a copy of the Seraph of Altaria. So I'm going to clone.
Jesus.
But Mark, the thing is if this goes tits up, I'm so fucked. When Ahriman enters the battlefield, I summon 2 1/1 locusts with Void Touch.
You know the Pro ZD video called "When You Have a Very Good Turn" in a card game? Like, you've been talking for like 9 goddamn minutes. Are you done?
And with that, I pass my turn.
Oh, right. Wow. Well, I generate 6.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny, I'm playing RuneScape music on my own end right now, and it just got spooky.
Oh, that's because the Forsaken are here.
The Forsaken are here, dude.
Yeah, but I've got an angel over here. Things aren't that bad.
That's a corrupted angel. That's Lucifer.
I'm not a trash can. Mark beat me so bad. Mark's winning right now, technically.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, things are very precarious. All right. We gotta go for it.
Uh-huh.
We gotta go full send.
Okay, yeah, that's what I did.
I'm going all in.
Oh, shit!
3 points to summon that.
Oh,
Play
shit.
that.
Oh,
Gain
shit.
1 more.
Oh, shit.
I am paying Wyatt's cost, which is 5.
Oh, fuck.
To use his once per game active ability to give Rush, which means the Sentinel I just summoned will not have summoning sickness, and to grant each unit +3/+0.
Wow, that is intense.
So my Sentinels now do 4 attack, Cecily does 6, and the Seraph does 6 as well.
Okay.
Cool. I'm also gonna just start this with Cecily's ability.
Mm-hmm.
Target an enemy unit. Unit takes 3 damage. Adjacents take 1. I'm targeting Ahriman.
Yep. That was
So
bad
Ahriman
positioning on my part.
Ahriman takes 3, and then the locusts are gone, which is huge news.
So he is at 3 right now.
And then rather than attack you directly with the Sentinels, I'm just going full send.
Okay.
Everyone is attacking.
Okay.
And the Sentinels are 4, and Cecily and the Seraph are 6.
Okay. All right. So 6. So that's a lot. So that's 20 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to have Ahriman block Cecily.
Okay. She has 1 HP, so that'll be it.
Yep.
So, oop.
Okay.
but she did 6.
And then, so Arimon is dead. Then I will block the Arbalist with Mezenkelnos.
All right, so
Mezenkelnos.
4 damage to Mezenkelnos.
Kelnos
And then
dies.
how much did he do?
6.
Okay, so that's dead as well. What a bloodbath.
I know. And then I will have the Seraph block the Seraph.
Okay. So I
So-
do 6.
Do 6. He deals 3 to her.
So it's 5, so she'll have 2 left.
2. He will die. The Holy Link, though, will both gain life. So I gain 3.
Yeah, we will.
You gain 8. But then I only lose 1 total from him. So if I gain 3, he deals 4, then I just lose 1.
Right.
Okay.
Wouldn't I gain 6 instead of 8? It's the amount of damage dealt,
Oh, yes.
it says.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, no, wrong thing. So up in my faith. Life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm now juiced. I got
Yep.
21 life.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Well, we ended up in a somewhat similar predicament. The difference is I have resource generators.
That is the difference.
Yeah.
I might be bonked
Dang.
here. We'll see what happens.
Well, the other difference is I don't have a hand at all anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is pretty spooky.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So next turn, I'm just going to have a bunch of faith, and I might not have anything to do with it. All right. And then passive ability, heal 1 unit for 1 HP. So I'm bumping my Seraph up to 3. Okay. That was the most involved turn I've ever had of this game.
Yeah. See, look at that. It's like the breaking of the seals never happened.
Yeah. Dang. I mean, that was wow.
Yeah. All right. All that math. What's that? All that work, and what did it get me? Okay. So is that everything?
That'll be it.
Okay.
I'm literally out of stuff.
Okay. At the beginning of my turn, if there are at least 10 cards in my graveyard, I may return 1 to the top of my deck. There are 15. So I'm going to return I'm going to return a resource generator to the top of my deck, and then I'm going to draw that. And then I will gain 1, and then I will play a resource generator to gain another. And then I will spend 4 to play a defense Shadow Veil. Prevent the first attack directed at it each turn.
Okay.
All right. So that means you need to attack with 2 creatures, 2 units at the same time in order to destroy it.
Right.
All right. That's it. Go ahead.
All right. Draw 1 card. I gain 6. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3. I gain 7.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Destroy that. Gain 1.
There you go. Ooh.
Play that. Gain
Spicy.
1. Which didn't change the dynamic down here too much, so I'm attacking your defense.
Okay. Alrighty. So let's see. It prevents the first one. So and
you declare what's first, though, right?
Well, you declare what's first against defenses, right? Because
defenses.
Right? Yeah, theoretically, if like you're attacking with your soldiers, you can send in one first at your choice.
Gotcha. Well, then that's going first.
Okay, and then that deals the damage.
Okay, but then my turn's over.
Yep.
Except for I'm healing 1.
Yep.
Damn, the Seraph might stay in the game.
Okay. All right. Start of my turn, I generate 2. And I will choose to put... Yeah, I'm going to choose to put this void barrier on top of my library, and I'm going to choose to draw that. And then I'm going to spend 2 to play a void barrier.
All right.
That's it.
You're
Go ahead.
On.
That's all I got.
All right. I generate 7.
Mm-hmm. 21.
I sacrifice this.
Oh, you gain 2.
I gain 2.
Wow.
I play this.
Mm-hmm.
I gain 1 more.
Nice.
And we're back where we started. Cool. So that's a 0-4?
Yep.
All right, well. He'll go first. She'll go second. We're doing it again.
Okay. Alrighty.
I don't know that it matters the order with that one, but...
Nope, not with that one. So it's destroyed, but I do gain 2 chaos.
Okay. And she's now fully healed, because I'll obviously heal 1 more at the end of the turn.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
My
I'm
turn.
done.
I gained 3 chaos from that, actually. And then I will gain 2 more from my resource generators. Yikes. Okay. I'm gonna, as annoying as it is, I'm going to put void barrier back on top of my library. And then I'm gonna spend 2 to play void barrier. And
I feel like it's a great time for an interview question.
I was just about to say, Mark, as I pass the turn back to you, I think it's time for another question.
Yeah.
So, as we dive into the realm of player characters, I wanted to talk about, strangely enough, I wanted to talk about Kazurkik, or Kiki, as he was known in the campaign. You're sort of inaugural character in the world of Illica, if memory serves correctly. I don't think I would count the time you played Kiva. One time.
No, I mean, it was my first campaign character with you for sure. I was like a pirate captain in a one-shot.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
There was also, I played that Beastmaster Ranger whose beast was a giant centipede.
Oh, that's
that he, like,
right.
hid in his sleeve.
Yeah, well, you know what? Him and Kiki, I think, have something in common, because both of those characters are very strange. They were very alien, very non-human. And I think sometimes as player characters, we can get a little discouraged with doing something weird. Most of the time, we just want to play people who are charismatic, that can talk, and that can handle themselves like normal humans do. But I think that it's really cool to have a character at the table that is kind of weird, that is different. So I think that when playing Kiki, you did that really well, making him feel so different and so alien. So what advice do you have to people who want to do something but are a little unsure of where to start?
Yeah, so, thank you. You could have been like, I hated him. But no, yeah, so
I'm just kidding.
Kazurkek Karu was a lizard folk who had been trained to be a monster hunter from birth. Which is something that would give anybody quite a strange outlook on life. To be raised in the woods by monster hunters and taught not to feel. But yeah, he was also a lizard folk. And I really enjoyed kind of leaning into that as we played. I think with non-human species in fantasy, obviously there's a lot of humor that can be found. And we didn't shy away from that at all. With him, every once in a while, is him just having much different reactions to things, or just being different biologically in a lot of ways, and that coming up in funny ways. But I think the main thing is that whatever you do, you don't want it to be an actual barrier to engagement. You don't want like it's really I think Kenku is one of like the main like problem children of PCs in D&D 5e, because
Yeah.
conceptually they're very very cool, but you got to be really careful that you're making a character that the other players that can actually like have a meaningful relationship with
Mhm.
in some way, you know. And that just you're basically putting your role play skills on hard mode, um, to like make that character,
Good way to phrase it.
you know, feasible for the rest of the table to work with.
Hmm.
Um, but so I'd say that that'd be part of it. But the other thing is, you know, with the Kiki as a lizard folk, I kind of started with like what makes him human, and I
Hmm.
think that's it sounds counterintuitive because you're thinking about making a character that's different, but all stories are about humans, right? At the end of the day, um, like Pixar movies about dogs or toys are about humans.
Yeah.
Fairy tales about talking animals are about humans. Everything is about our own emotions and personification of our personality onto other things,
Hmm.
and lessons we can learn about humanity from other creatures. Um, and so I think anytime, you know, elves and dwarves are a little more neutral.
Hmm.
They're not they're like one integer away from human, I guess,
Hmm.
in the fantasy scale. So we don't think of it as much with them. But with something like a lizard folk, or like a Triton, the Aquaman people, in D&D,
Hmm.
or like a Furbolg, um, people like that, I think start with what makes them human and then think about the differences from there. And I think what made Kiki human is that he had this very sort of masculine sense of responsibility where he felt like if he let himself be vulnerable, or if he didn't constantly have that sort of
Hmm.
heroic, no nonsense, you know, predator hunter persona going on, that like the people around him would be in danger.
Yeah.
Um, and that was kind of the gateway in to a character like that. And then that's step one. Step two was like, how can we use the non-human features to heighten that? And so Kiki was very non-expressive a lot of the time, which
Hmm.
I am a lot of the time as well, so that was easy. Um, he breathed a little differently, and you know, just thinking about just the biology of this creature, he breathed
Hmm.
differently. He could hold his breath for very long, which is part of what made him a good hunter.
Hmm.
Um, he was cold-blooded, which helped him survive the
Yeah.
elements. Um, he I'll keep this PG-13, but he had a much different understanding of sex, romance, and mating. Um,
Yeah.
that just did not compute with the more human approach to things. It was a
Hmm.
very just practical thing in his head,
Yeah.
and he wasn't taught to view it otherwise. Um, so yeah, I'd say that's kind of the two-step thing: is you really start with what makes them human, and then you use the differences on the surface to kind of bring that thing forward.
Hmm.
And it made a character that was alien, but was also had a journey going on that I felt like I could understand, which is that he was trained to hold everything in, and he felt like if he didn't hold everything in and didn't take responsibility to be the predator,
Yeah.
that everything would fall apart and the people he cared about, would die when he wasn't looking.
Hmm.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
which is a very human story nestled in that
Yeah.
lizard folk.
I think that is such a valuable lesson where like you want to do these things that are just a little strange in reality, that are different, but making sure there's still a connection, right? Because the hard part is when you make an alien character, connecting them to the party. So making sure there is that through line of human nature or human qualities that help connect them to the wider story and to the party itself, right? It is a party based game, so you want to make sure you get along with the people you're adventuring with. All right, wonderful. So I see you summoned you got brought a defense here in. Oh, you're muted.
Oh, that's odd. I
Strange.
I spent 4 of my 31 faith
Very good.
to summon this sacred watchtower. When it's destroyed, draw 2 cards.
Uh-huh.
And then we're both attacking the void barrier.
Okay. All right.
Boom.
I will gain 3 chaos.
And that's that.
Chaos.
Seraph does not need more health. So that's it. That's the end.
Okay. All right.
Cool. I'm like not going to have a hand for the rest of the game unless that thing gets destroyed.
Okay. So let us see here. Started my turn. Gain 2 chaos. I'm at 8 now.
I'm surprised you haven't taken a hero from the graveyard. Is that legal?
It is. I am just I was trying to bide my time until now. I'm going to pull Ahriman out of the graveyard now that I finally have 8. And then I will spend 8 to play Ahriman and to get these 2 locusts with Void Touch.
Right.
And
he himself revoked.
Yeah. He does have Void Touch himself. All right.
Okay. So what's Void Touch is that any enemy that attacks, they die, right?
Yeah, any damage dealt is lethal. So if you have something to prevent damage, like a Divine Shield, doesn't work. But otherwise, even if they have 99 health, 1 point of damage is all I need. And I got 3 bubbas. With that, it's your turn.
All right.
We are so back.
Just started raining here in Chicago.
Oh.
Hope everyone's dry. I destroy a Chapel of Virtue and play another.
Oh no!
Boop boop. I really don't need more faith, but you know.
Also at 21.
Book of Job over here. God, I've been praying. Please. All right. Honestly, this turn, I'm just gonna attack you directly with the Sentinel. For 1.
Okay. Alrighty. So, yeah, I will take that. Dink.
Cool. And I'll just bide my time other than that.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and generate 2. I'm going to draw. Oh, let's go. I'm gonna play an Abyssal Fissure, going up to 3. And then that's pretty gnarly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm going to attack with all 3 at the Watchtower.
Okay. So I'm assuming that's going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do get to draw 2 cards now, though.
Hell yeah. Hey, it's a hand.
Ooh.
Cool.
Spooky. She has flying, though, which I do not like. Don't mistake their wings for an ability to fly, mind you. They are grounded creatures.
They're just walking around flapping.
They're flightless insects. Okay. That is the biggest issue, is that flyer, to be real. Okay, go ahead.
All right. 7 more.
Yeah.
Absurd. Draw 1 more.
Nice.
All right. Is there a limit to summoning units? I know there is for resource generators.
Nope, not for units.
All right. I'm spending 12, and we're just throwing my whole hand out there. Because I have it. All right.
Ooh.
Paladin of the 8.
Nice.
Rail Maiden.
Ooh.
And another Sentinel.
Ooh.
They all have summoning sickness, obviously.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But Paladin of the 8 has that divine shield thing, which
does
be very helpful.
Ooh, that's not good.
And then Grail Maiden, heal target champion for 1 HP at the end of your turn. That's fucking sick. But before that happens, this one that doesn't have summoning sickness, is gonna do 1 more damage to you.
Okay, sounds good. Oh man.
Cool. And then I gain 1 from the Grail Maiden.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna
Sweet.
generate.
That's it.
That's it. Okay, I'm gonna generate 3, and as we go further into here, we're gonna move on to question number 3. Now, question number 3 is definitely a bit of a hardball question, just because it's a difficult topic of conversation. So, as a DM, obviously what happened with Buried Time is really unfortunate. It's never a good feeling when a campaign doesn't reach its ends. It sucks. But the thing is, it is probably one of the most common reasons why D&D campaigns don't finish. Like I'm pretty sure that like 85% of campaign ends due to scheduling issues.
Yeah.
I have no data to back me up. It's just a feeling.
It feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mark, for DMs who wrestle with that dilemma of whether to persist or to cancel a campaign due to these scheduling issues, what wisdom can you impart? What advice do you have for them?
Yeah, so this is honestly just going to be life advice more than D&D advice, but that's what this calls for, I think.
Honestly, yeah.
So, you know, by the way, I don't know that you've updated our health on the overlay.
Oh, have I not? Oh, I thought. Oh, yours is 22. Okay, my bad. Let me get that.
Should be 22 to 11. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's worse than.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I have double. But, yeah. So this is more life advice than anything. But, I think it's very easy to put all your eggs in one basket as you start to get more and more excited about something. But there's always the next project. You know, and that's just about art in general. And relationships and jobs and everything. There's always the next one. Even if the next one isn't as good, there's always the next one. And you'll be doing that now. I'm reading a book right now called The Creative Act, which is by the music producer Rick Rubin. And he talks a lot about that, about how like if you fear that if like this particular song or book or whatever that you're working on, if you fear that this going wrong will define your career, or if you think that this going right will be like your magnum opus, then you're never going to get it done and you're never going to move on.
Okay, yeah.
And I think just kind of approaching things like that, because we have ideas in our head that we're more precious with. And to a degree that makes sense, and that's okay. Like there are some, you know, like I personally in my own creative life am working on a very lengthy fantasy novel series. And I'm very precious with that idea. I want to take my time and make sure it goes right. But you can't do that with everything. And we don't know when we start a project which ones are going to be the ones that stick around, which ones are going to be short-lived. We don't know what ideas are going to just start and end and that's it, and what ideas are going to sprinkle into more stuff that we couldn't have possibly predicted. So I think it's just a framing device. As far as knowing when to cut it, that's really case by case. In the case of Buried Time, we started with a party of 5, and by about the halfway point of that campaign, we'd already missed like 10 weeks cumulatively, and we were down to 3 because 2 people had to basically permanently step away.
Yeah.
And to me at that point, it was like, I'm just personally somebody that no matter how much I'm in love with something, I'd rather start doing the next cool idea I have than drag something to the finish line, you know?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, like none of us are beholden to a good idea, you know? You're the one steering the ship. And I think, I mean, you know, to get kind of Master Oogway on your ass, it
is my time.
There's what was, there's what is, and there's what could be.
Yeah.
And I think it's just good for creative people of all kinds to not be too attached to what was if it's not working anymore, and to
Mhm.
not be too attached to what could be if you're not enjoying yourself right now.
Yeah.
And that's really all it came down to with Buried Time, is that what was great, what could be was great, but the present reality of what was happening is that things were grinding to a halt, real life was getting in the way, and I just didn't think that we'd really be able to have a very fun time getting to the end. So I
Mhm.
figured, you know what, y'all, we had a good run. Sorry, this is how it ends, but this is how it ends sometimes.
Yeah.
See you in the next one.
Yeah.
And yeah, because there's always the next one.
Yeah, I think that is a really, really, really good. All right, another one of those nuggets that's really good to take with you is that it might feel like this campaign is the end all be all, but if that's the case, you know, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure, because then inevitably, when it's not the greatest, we all have bad days as DMs, we all have bad days as players, and you know, sometimes we need to realize that, just like you said, you know, there's always going to be something better in the future.
Yeah.
When one door closes, another better one opens. It just sometimes takes a little while to get there. So, yeah. Well, wonderful.
For sure.
Very good life advice. Okay, now I need some advice about what to do, because I'm about to get my ass molly-whopped here.
I'm not giving you advice.
So
I'm tapped out.
I drew a card. I drew an Abyssal Fissure. I still have my guys.
Well, let me get my guys on this.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something kooky crazy.
Oh yeah?
I'm
The
gonna
first
swing.
time?
I'm gonna swing with all three of them.
Okay. Let me check what these numbers are. A couple of 1-1s there.
All of them have void touch. So
Yes, that's the main thing, is I'm
Mhm.
like, well, everyone I throw up there's dying, so. I'm just gonna throw my 3 lowest value cards up there.
Okay.
And they all have 1 attack power, so I don't really care who attacks Ahriman.
Okay. All right.
But-
Sounds good.
But the locusts are dead.
Is down to 5.
Ahriman takes 1. And,
5.
damn, he's beefy.
Yeah, them hero cards, man.
Well, Cecily had 1, but you know.
You also have
Little
Aurelia though,
bean.
so I don't feel too bad.
Yeah, that's true. If I draw her, it's all over.
Yeah, it really is. That motherfucker's riding a goddamn dragon. Okay.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Cool.
Go
Is
ahead.
that it?
Yep, yeah, that's it.
All right. I generate 7.
You will.
I draw a card.
Okay.
Sure. I summon a
Hey!
Grail Maiden.
Thank you, Furby, for the 100 bits. Is that to cheer me on? Help me achieve victory? Quick, tell me what cards Mark has in his hand. Oh, none. Okay. Thank you, though.
All right. Well, all right. So I've got Paladin and Seraph here.
Yep.
I'm trying to think strategically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
If it's better for me to attack Ahriman this turn or wait until he attacks, you know?
That's yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna hold off, because if I attack now, no matter what, both of these units are dying.
Yeah. Not the
So-
Paladin, because he does have Divine Shield.
That's true.
Hey, what the fuck?
Alright, I'm gonna pass my turn, and the Grail Maiden will give me 1 more HP.
Oh, look at that. That's nice. Okay, I'm going to generate 4, going up to 11. I'm going to draw a card. Look at this little stupid-looking guy here. I'm going to spend 1, and I'm going to play a Voidling. So he is a 0-1, and when he dies, I gain 1 chaos.
Yeah, that little grub.
I'm going to immediately sacrifice him to gain 3 chaos total. and draw a card.
You don't have another barrier sealed shit thing, do you?
I have some in my graveyard, but I don't want to use them right now. Trying to think about how I want to fucking play this. Oh my god. Let me look in here. Okay. Oh shoot! I searched my library. That's not what I meant to do. I'm gonna shuffle. I didn't see anything, but I didn't want to. I meant to search my graveyard. That's my bad.
Tried to slip something past me. How
Yep.
dare you?
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. This is kooky crazy. I don't have Blue Eyes White Dragon Furby, but we're about to do something crazy. I'm gonna activate my leader's ability now. Pay resource cost, resurrect up to 3 units from any graveyard to the battlefield. They gain ephemeral. Ephemeral pretty much means that they don't suffer from summoning sickness, and you sacrifice them at the end of the turn.
So you're gonna go supernova for a turn.
Yes.
Okay.
Ephemeral. Yeah, return to the graveyard at the end of turn. These units do not suffer from summoning sickness. It does say any graveyard, so I'm going to pull 2. I'm going to pull Mezin Kelnos and everyone. And then from your graveyard, I'm going to pull Cecily.
She turned.
Yeah. She died, and the Dark One used her. And then I am going to have everyone become a copy of the Seraph once more. This is whoa.
You keep doing. You keep trying to spin my Seraph.
That's his favorite form. He really likes it. Okay, now the thing is, these guys go away. So here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to activate Mezin Kelnos' ability to disable an enemy unit or defense until the end of turn, which means it can't attack, can't block, and it cannot use abilities. So, I am going to disable the Seraph. No. Yes, I'm going to disable the Seraph. Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm going to activate Cecily's ability. Target an enemy unit. This unit takes 3 damage, and adjacent units take 1. I'm going to deal 3 damage to the Seraph, and then deal 1 to each of them.
All right, so dice time. So the Seraph will be at 2.
Yep.
Paladin will be at 3, and the Grail Maiden will be at 1.
Well, that's the first time he takes damage, so he does not take any damage.
Oh, you're right.
However, his ability has been used now, though.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And then we attack. I am going to swing for 3 in the air with the everyone Seraph, 4 with Ahriman, and then 6 with Mezin Kelnos, but I am not going to I'm not going to attack with Cecily.
Okay.
No, wait. Yeah, I will. Fuck it. Why not?
Well, Paladin of the Eight's going to go after Ahriman, because he's the one who's actually here. And then, who's got the highest attack power otherwise? Probably Mezin Kelnos.
Yep, with the 6, yeah.
So the Grail Maiden will take that.
Okay, so then you will take 6. The Grail Maiden and the Paladin will die. Ahriman is at 1. And then the end of the turn. So heals champion for the amount of damage dealt by this unit. So I will gain 3. I'll gain 3. Okay.
Dang, dude.
The Seraph dies. Cecily goes back to the graveyard, and then everyone in Mezin Kelnos also return to the graveyard. End of the turn. She's so back. Woo.
Wow.
Oh,
That was pretty rough.
I need to spend 10. Okay, there you go. I'm at 3 now. All right, you are still above the normal life total you start with in the game.
Yeah.
Okay, but 17 and I am at 14. I passed the turn. And
Okay,
I cannot use that ability anymore either.
I draw. I gain 7.
Oh my god.
I spend 2. I play what I have because why not?
Oh, Sworn Soldier's
I
good
got-
though.
Sworn Soldier. He's a 2/2, and when the unit attacks or blocks, draw a card. Summoning Sickness though, so that will not happen right now. And the Seraph is attacking Ahriman.
Okay.
Boop.
All right. They both die.
They both die, and I dealt 3 damage.
So you gain 3.
So I gained 3.
So you're almost back up to where you were.
Yep.
Oh, not
All right.
360. Oh my god, 20. You were at 20 health. All right, I have a feeling the game's going to be over very soon, Mark, and I do not mean that in a favorable way for me. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a card, and I'm going to ask you, wow, a resource generator. That's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and ask you our last question here. Now, the thing is, we can't just discuss your role in the world of Illica without discussing by far one of your biggest and most consistent contributions, and that's the character of Cecily from the Salamander Coast campaign. Her evolution throughout the campaign has been nothing short of remarkable. The thing is, though, playing the same character week after week, well, not week after week, there's spaces, scheduling, right? It can be difficult to keep things fresh. So what tips do you have to players seeking to maintain interest and joy in playing the same character over lengthy campaigns, ensuring that they remain engaging year after year after year?
Yeah. So I can tell you the approach I took, and then I can tell you sort of the pro and cons of it. Pros and cons. They're both plural. There's not one good part. But yeah, I could just tell you what I did. And I think there's multiple ways to approach it. So, you know, I'm a creative writer primarily. And I go into a lot of characters I make thinking of this book by K.M. Weiland, all about character arcs. She says that basically anybody, any character that's going to have a positive or negative growth arc trajectory, they usually have 2 things right at the start of the story. They have a ghost, which is an event that happened before page 1, that was like an experience that is still with them in some way. And then they have a lie, which is something they believe about the world or about themselves based on that experience. And if it's a positive story, they'll learn that the lie is a lie. And if it's a negative story, the lie will consume them. So when I made Cecily, I went in with that in mind. And I was really excited about the possibility of doing something kind of subtle. I mean, as far as fantasy goes, right? Like, she got struck by lightning and got powers and stuff. But, you know, like, like when you're talking about Kiki, Kiki had been trained to kill his entire life, and his moral dilemma was wondering if he was still a valuable person if he's put down the blade.
Yeah.
My next campaign character I played with you was Orville, who was a very, very old gnome wizard who had never hurt anybody in his life. It was like the opposite extreme. And was like in the final stretches of his life and just was swept into his first real adventure.
Yeah.
And both of those characters are very bold. And I was excited by the possibility of doing something subtle because we had the time for it.
Yeah.
And so I really thought of just like, what is something that we might not have time for in like a 10-session campaign that I could slowly peel back the layers of. So that's the approach I took with Cecily, is that she had a ghost and a lie, right? She had, obviously a lot of shit has happened to her, but The main thing is that she had an adoptive mother for 3 years that she believed, like, well, this is it now. Like, I'm out of the orphanage. This is my life now. It's just me and her. Nothing bad is ever going to happen again. All of that's behind me. And then her mom got very sick, and she couldn't handle it. And she ran away from home while her mom was sick, and her mom died while she was gone, because she just couldn't process what was happening, and got swept back into the foster system, and so she's now inherited the lie from that experience of, you know, if I open myself up, if I ever let my guard down, if I ever feel safe with a group of people, if I ever tell myself that everything's fine and everything's good, the rug is going to be pulled out from under me.
Yeah.
So I can never settle down. I can never let myself relax again, because I always need to be ready to be miserable again. And so that's a lot, right? But that's I knew we had the time for it. And so the thought of doing something like that excited me. So that's the approach I took, is I thought of an event that she inherited a negative lesson from. And then throughout the campaign, I just remained open and receptive to ways that that belief could be challenged.
Yeah.
And we've been doing that ever since. And I think Cecily has been a very focused character because of that. That, like, pretty much anything she's going through comes back to that spine. So I'd say the pros of that is it gives you a lot of focus, and you can kind of go step by step with the character, as they slowly confront this thing in the past throughout the campaign, no matter what's happening. And you find ways to make arcs relate back to them. The con is that it's definitely a patience game. And there have been times these past 3.5 years playing Cecily where I've had this internal conflict of being like, Jesus, kid, get over it. But, like, not, you know, not wanting to do that because it sullies the whole thing. Like, we really, and she's finally, just like these past several sessions, I'm like, all right, she's there. Like, she's made
achieved nirvana. She's there.
Yeah, she no longer believes the lie. She's there. And so that's one way of doing it. But I think the other way of doing it is a more episodic character style. And that makes it a lot easier to keep things fresh, but it makes it harder to keep things focused. So it just depends on what you think you'd want to approach. And an episodic character you could make by giving them very strong core traits. And then, you know, every arc that they go through, you think about, were those core traits challenged or not, and are they going to carry forward? But you don't come in with like a big planned arc. You just come in with these sort of pillars. I think a character like Cartasia seems like a good example of that, you know, from the Salamander Coast, where it's like, in this chunk, the Dulskis are going through the men they lost at Delner's Pass. And in this chunk, Cartasia's going through Draven Hunt stuff. And in this chunk, we're going through Dreamworld stuff. But, like, there's these core traits that stay or change depending on what's happening. More so than one big spine. So, you know, I think there's a good side and a bad side to both. I would definitely say if you're doing a super long character and you come in with, like, their one thing, like I did, then you're going to be spending years slowly achieving catharsis for that one thing, which can be worth it.
I think one thing you said a little bit ago that is super important, and was just something you kind of said on like an off note. But you said, I chose the thing that I thought I would have fun doing. And I think that is such an important thing, because somebody might hear what you just described in terms of like picking a thing and writing it out and being like, that sounds miserable to me. And that is the point of the advice, is don't do something that's going to be miserable to you. Do something that sounds fun from the very beginning. Because if you're like, well, it could pay off, maybe not. Maybe not this time around.
It's Cecily as a character has been an absolute act of trust. I would never have played her if I wasn't at a table of people that I respected a lot and had
Yeah.
played with before, and
Mhm.
I knew that we would all be handling that character together. So, like, thank you to everybody, as I've said before, and we'll say again, like, thank you for nurturing this child and
Mhm.
bringing her along, because it's a lot, and like yeah, but I think you're right. Like, um, you can plot out something a little more deliberate, like I have, or you can come up with pillars that just have layers that can be revealed later on.
Yeah.
And I think that could be fun. And I think if you just think of, you know, like I said, you can either have your characters one thing, or you can
Mhm.
have a character who's had several episodes of their life, and every time you enter a new arc of the campaign, a new layer of them can show up because
Yeah.
of something going on in the story.
Wherever they're at.
Either way, I think those two strategies give you momentum
Mhm.
to go for longer than a semester, where you're just doing like a very
Tight.
bold
Yeah.
archetype of a
Yeah.
character.
Okay. All right. Well, wonderful. That is our last question. So now all we got to do is wrap up this game. I go into my. I drew a resource generator, so I'm gonna gain the 1 from playing that. I gained the 4 from the start of my turn. I'm gonna spend 2 to play a chaos harvester.
You knocked off 3, by the way. You
Oh, I
should be
did.
at
Oops,
3.
my bad. And then I pass the turn. I ain't got nothing else to do aside from throw down this
All right.
wily coyote.
47 faith. Draw a card. Wow, that's so cool.
Oh, huge plays.
All right. Some
Huge
more faith.
plays.
I attack with the Sworn Soldier.
I'll take 2
Because
damage.
he's attacking?
Oh,
All right. Well, because he's attacking, I get a card.
okay. Oh, Furby has a question. Yeah, ask away, please. We've reached the end of my script.
Oh, yeah. I look forward to it. Thank you. So, yeah, Sworn Soldier attacks for 2. I draw a card because he did that. All right, I'm going to spend 4 more then.
Oh, shit.
Watchtower.
Oh, no.
Boom.
Defenses.
All right. That's the end of my turn.
Okay, I'm going to gain 5, going up to 8. I'm going to draw a card from the deck. I will attack the tower for 1. Gain 1.
Nice. So that's at 3?
Trois. Yes.
Oh, it's a trois.
Well, it's at 3. Sorry.
Ah,
Trois. Yeah,
right.
yeah. That is 3. That is 3.
Okay.
All
right.
All right. That is my turn. As we go into your turn, as a player and a DM, what makes a good character arc?
I'd say if we're asking specific, because if I'm talking about a script, I would have a different answer. But if we're talking about at the table,
Mm-hmm.
Your character arc is an unanswered question.
Yeah.
It's not a sentence. It's an unanswered question. Right. Like if I take everything I just said about Cecily and answer what you just asked, it'd be her character arc is like, how will I ever learn to let myself love people again?
Yeah.
It's not, when I meet my father, I will learn to love people again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that is an objective. That is a box to tick, not a question
Exactly.
to answer. Because when you're just going for that box to tick, you're very one-track mind and you don't leave yourself open to explore things.
Exactly. And you gotta leave room, especially in a long campaign like that. I didn't even know Cecily had a dad. That wasn't a concern. I think she even said that at one point. She's like, man, I've been through 3 moms. I kind of...
What happens with the
I
dad?
don't know how to do the dad thing. But now Kier's here. He's cool.
He is pretty cool, yeah.
He's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
Cecily's definitely gonna ask him for a piggyback ride next time they see each other. She's gonna be like, "Can I just like see how tall you are?" Um, but yeah. So like, I'd say that'd be my main thing. Is that you still use the principles of like, here's the lie that they believe, and this sort of like the things they believe, the things that caused that, the values that they're trying to hold to, the values that they've shunned, all that stuff. But in a set script, a passive medium, we could say, of any kind, you'd have points that you wrote toward, like a constellation.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, it's you just want to be looking for the answer to your question.
A little more loosey-goosey.
And I think the interesting thing with D&D is that the other players have characters that have questions as well, and I find that the party as a whole has a dynamic, but then every individual pair of PCs has a dynamic, right? It's just like a group of friends in that way, where there's like the group vibe and then the one-on-one vibes, and they're all a little different. And I think you find ways for your character arc to come alive through other people, and that's something that you can't plan ahead. You just have to be ready for. You need to be open to the possibility that one of these PCs that your friends made, who you weren't part of the creative process for, that they're going to bring whatever they're bringing to the table. If you're open and you respond to it, that they're going to like answer some of those questions because of shit that their character has going on.
Yeah. I think that is a very important caveat to making a good character arc in any tabletop RPG that's more story focused. You want to make sure that even when your question is answered, that you as the player actively seek out a new question to have answered. Because what can happen, and this has happened with my own player characters before, I get my question answered, and then for 3 or 4 sessions, I'm like, so is my character done now? Like, do I trade him in for a new one, or what do I do? Because I feel like I'm not contributing at all. I don't have a clear through line. So as a player being like, you know what? I need to find a new question to have answered. And that's most of the time it's on the player character, based off the given circumstances for the DM has. What do you do? So I think that's a really good point.
Cecily's new question is, how do I show people that I love them?
Yeah, and that's awesome, because that really is a really, really strong driving force.
Right, and it's something that she wasn't ready to ask for the whole first 120 sessions. But now that she's past that big gate of how do I love again, it's like, well, now how do I show people? Because I'm so out of practice.
Yeah,
and I've never opened this part of myself to anybody but my dead mom. You know that song from Beetlejuice?
Dead mom. Yeah.
Dead mom! You like that?
I do. Right, that was good. All right, Mark. Finish it.
Attack.
I'll take 2. I'm not afraid.
All right.
Draw your card from attacking.
Oh yeah. Kind of forgot because I already had the one. Oh shit, son. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
I play a paladin of the light.
Oh shit.
8.
Here we go again.
Cool.
All right.
That's it now.
Okay, so I already drew because I thought you were done. Whoops, I go up to 14. I will spend 2 to play an abyssal acolyte. And then I'll swing at your tower for 1, generating 1 chaos.
Nice.
Boop. Down to 2. Go ahead.
All right. 7 faith.
Nice.
Up to 53. I spend the 7 I just gained. Seraph.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Here we go again.
All right. And now we're attacking.
Whenever anything bad happens, it's always you 3. Okay, I'm going to block the Abyssal Acolyte here and the Chaos Harvester here. So Sworn Soldier dies.
Yep.
And these 2 die as well. This unit dies
And
too.
Paladin's fine.
Paladin is fine.
I also draw a card.
Okay.
One last card from the Squire.
Oh my god.
And
hit him with the spirit bomb. Furby. There's no spirit bombs left for me. I'm about to expire. I'm about to be spirit bombed. I'm at 10. All right.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, cool. I will gain 5, going up to 20. I will draw a card. Wow. Huge plays. Sacrifice. Play. Go ahead, Mark.
All right. 7.
Yep.
Draw a card.
Yep.
2 more.
Wow, brother.
All right. Now, Chivalric Oath.
Oh, shit.
Spend 3. Target friendly unit gains +2/+2. And Holy Link. I'm giving that to the Paladin.
Oh.
So the Paladin of the 8 is now a 6/6 unit that will heal me.
Uh-huh.
And they're both attacking.
Okay, all right. That is 6 + 3, 9.
9.
Uno. You gain 9.
And I gain 9. All right, so it's 1 to 29. You think he can pull through?
Is that a challenge?
No. Okay. Yep, that's it.
Okay. All right. Let me search my library, my graveyard, see if there's anything here that can help. By the river. Okay. Because I need to be able to block. Nope. All right. I'm just going to draw.
Oh, I forgot this thing in my graveyard. Do 25 damage.
You know what? I'm going to sacrifice a resource generator, gain 1. Play another one. Going up to 23. And I will spend 4. And I will play a Shadow Veil.
Keeping yourself in the game for one more turn.
Yep, one more turn. Go ahead.
Hey, man, it might change things.
I gotta try everything I can.
All right. God damn it, dude. All right. These two are attacking the defense.
Okay, the defense is destroyed.
The end.
Wow.
Oh, also, I guess I would gain 3.
Correct.
All right, I'm at 32.
All right. Draw. Okay, I'll spend 2, play a Chaos Harvester, and I'll pass the turn.
All right. Draw. 7. Spend 3 Chivalric Oath again on the Paladin.
You got it.
Boom. Boom.
Boom. With that, Mark.
I did it.
You did it. You've
Only
done
32 life and 66 faith to spare. It was a real close call.
You never lost faith throughout the entire game. Congratulations. You should be very proud of yourself. Well, Mark, fantastic job. You have beaten the creator of the game. How do you feel?
Pretty damn good. I mean, I will say things got very interesting during that seal, that whatever that 20-point play was.
Yeah.
That's when shit got pretty intense.
This card.
I really thought that was a make or break moment. I think if I didn't give it full send, that might have been a moment that I didn't recover from.
Yeah, and I think that if I would have been patient, it could have been a lot more advantageous for me, but I was like, nah, let's go. I want to play the card.
That's true, right? Like if you had, because you had that card and you knew you could do it.
Yeah.
I guess it's high risk, high reward, right? Like you could have waited until you had like 30 chaos so that you can do that strategy and still like not be,
Yeah.
you know,
Broken.
like just tapped out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I was keeping pace with you, you might never have had enough stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think that the best thing I could have done is just played a defense first and then done it, but I was too greedy. I wanted it bad.
Yeah,
to
that would have been
safe.
That would have been
yeah.
That would have been real rough.
Mark, we have to do the final part of roll call here in this new version. I do not collect nice words from other people. Nice words from me is going to have to be good enough. Okay. So, so the thing is, with every single episode of roll call there's been since I started doing it, right? We talk about the Evan effect, the effect that Evan has on a table. We talk about the felicity factor, and today we're talking about the Mark magnitude scale. I have a definition for the scale. Two-parter. Mark magnitude scale is a noun. First definition is a conceptual scale used to measure the impact and influence a player has on a role-playing game, particularly within the narrative and collaborative world-building aspects. It assesses the extent to which players' contributions shape the game's direction, enrich the storytelling, and enhance the gaming experience for all participants at the table. The scale is typically on a scale from 1 to 5, and Mark, for you, it's at a 6. You make and break the scale. The second part of this definition is it is a compliment attributed to a player, named Mark in this instance, acknowledging their exceptional ability to contribute meaningfully to the game's world and the overall dynamic of the tabletop experience, setting a benchmark for engagement and creativity. So, thank you, Mark, for everything you do, not just for the Salamander Coast, not just for the channel, not just for the game, but for everything in my life. You've always been an inspiration of creativity for me, and I appreciate you so much for that. So thanks, Mark. Love you.
Yeah. Same to you. Truly. When it comes to creativity, you got that dog in you, you know?
No, yeah. No, you're just saying nice things because you beat me. That's all.
Yeah, you got me. Damn, trying to even the playing field here.
Oh, it's so funny. You're frozen right now, actually, and I just noticed it. So you this entire time have been
unreactive. Well, that's typical.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Too funny. Well, fantastic. Thank you, Mark, for coming on to Roll Call. I'm glad that we did it. I'm glad we got here. This is why I was so ready to just press through and do it no matter what. Yeah, so we've got a lot of stuff going on this week. Of course, we have it's just me. Hopefully Mark will be back. Of course, we have the campaigns going on. Tomorrow, the Adventures of the Salamander Coast. Tomorrow, we have the Adventures of the Salamander Coast. And we have on Wednesday, the Tales of Everend. Oh.
My webcam and audio just crashed. Did you ask a question I should have responded to?
No, I made a comment about how it was funny that your reaction was just stuck in one place. And you responded, and then there we go. Nice. Right. I'll stop leaning now.
I'm back. I'm good. I'm good.
So we have the Salamander Coast. We got the Tales of Everend, but no Isles this weekend because Saturday, starting at 9 to 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, we'll begin the 24-hour charity live stream for a kid again. I'm sure you've heard a whole lot about it, but please spread the word. Get as many of your nerdy friends who happen to be into Dungeons & Dragons, God of War, and helping a good cause. It's a fantastic cause. Kid Again is a wonderful charity. So thank you for watching. Mark and I will be there all hopefully only 24 hours. Hopefully. Oh. I'm so nervous, Mark. It's going to take longer than 24 hours.
Well, if we make our stretch goal and you have to shave your head and paint your face, that adds time.
That does. Yeah. And
that's like the worst part of that.
And there's no way I'm going to feel tired doing it. Like, I'm going to be wide awake as I'm getting buzz cutted.
Yeah, it'll be a shot of adrenaline at least, you know.
Double it or give it to the next person.
I'll tell you, I did a Bloodborne charity stream a few months ago with our comedy friends at So Far So Good.
Mm-hmm.
What really helped is at hour 19, we cracked a 5-hour energy. Because there's hopefully 5 left. And that really helped.
I'm sure, yeah. Well, I doubt it'll be a 48-hour stream, Furby, unless I am very bad at the game.
Doubly give it to the next person.
Doubly give it to the next person. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. We will see you either on Tuesday, Wednesday, or on Saturday. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. To finish the story.